I'm now speaking with Professor Xu Dazi from China, from Beijing. Professor Xu has been studying the Bhagavata Purana. He's translated also Bhagavata Purana, as well as other works from Indian literature. He is especially interested in classical culture of China in relation to Indian classical culture. So my question to you is, I should also say, that you are involved with the Sanji Institute, or Sanji Academy of Beijing, which is very much about the study of Oriental culture in east part of the world. I think my main question to you is, because we see now the Bhagavata is generating interest in China, what is it about the Bhagavata Purana which is interesting for Chinese people?
Well, I think for Bhagavata, actually, it was never being translated or introduced in China. I mean, before 21st century. So it is just recently published or translated. So actually, most of Chinese, they never heard about this book. But I think it's very important for Chinese readers to know this book, because it's a great epic, and also a rich source of mythology, philosophy, religion, culture, so many aspects. So that's why, personally, I spent 7 years to translate it into Chinese. And also from the comparative study perspective, I think there's a lot of correlationship between Bhagavata and the Chinese ancient mythology.
We usually think of connection between ancient China and ancient India as being one of Buddhism, having come from India to China. Is that relevant to the Bhagavata in this case?
Because the research which has done before is mainly focused on the relationship between Buddhism and Chinese culture. But according to new research, actually there's some relationship between Chinese culture and Indian culture even before Buddhism, or even in prehistorical time. Because according to archaeological discovery, actually the Silk Road started maybe 3,000 years, 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. So it's completely possible that these two parts of the world can communicate with each other in very remote time.
In ancient China, we have the Analects as kind of the classical literature of China. What specifically might we find there that could be seen as some sort of a point of connection with the Bhagavata culture? Is there anything that we can see there, or are they worlds apart? Or?
Like in Bhagavatam, there's the concept of Dharma, which is the basic concept of Bhagavatam. But according to some well-known Chinese scholar, that Dharma actually is very close to the concept of Li in Confucianism. So actually we can get a lot of understanding about Li through the concept of Dharma in Bhagavatam, like especially about the duty, a person, a human being, and how people should carry out their duty faithfully according to their dharma. So, and also the dharma, it's not only for the benefit of their day-to-day life, but also uplift them to the high realm, means the spiritual dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So this is quite I think this is quite related with the Confucianism and the Dharma.
Is there anything remotely similar between the Bhagavata's notion of divine Leela, pastime or sport, and anything in the Chinese tradition?
Yeah. Actually, there is. Like in Zhuangzi, there's a concept of xiaoyao. Xiaoyao, yeah. And xiaoyao is like a pastime, or you can say it's a play,
mm-hmm.
a play without any motivation. It's just like a divine play.
Mm.
So it's very close to the concept of Leela.
And then we have an interesting, I would think, phenomenon in China, the popularity of yoga in recent years. We have a lot of yoga in the Bhagavata Purana. Is that also a possible connection?
It's true. 100%, because actually in Taoism tradition, there's a lot of practice which is very close to the practice of yoga. Like Daoyin is similar with asana, and also like Xin Qi, Qi Gong is very similar to the concept of pranayama. And also there is meditation in Taoism, so which is close to dhyana.
Right.
Yeah,
I think the terminology is similar also. You have dhyana in Sanskrit and chan in Chinese, right?
Yeah, actually Chan is a Buddhist concept which derived from Sanskrit, dhyana.
And then eventually that becomes Zen in Japan.
In Japan,
what particular portion of the Bhagavata Purana do you think will especially resonate in China?
Especially like the creation of the world, This part, I think many Chinese mythology, spoke about it, and also about I think the geographical aspect of creation. It's also which can cause interest of Chinese readers or scholars, because in China there's an ancient book called the Shanhai Jin. In English we call it the script of ocean and mountain. So it's a description of a divine geography. Yeah, with a gigantic mountain in the center of the world. It's called Kunlun, and all the gods play on this mountain, and even many people become gods by climbing on this mountain.
Similar to Sumeru?
Some concept like this.
Which is sometimes considered to be located in Tibet.
In that ocean and mountain script, it is said in the center of the world, of the universe, actually.
No, I'm saying from the side of the Bhagavata, that's the Indians think of Sumeru as being located in Tibet. I also, according to Chinese historical book, Kunlun is also close to that area. So it's like Kunlun actually is like a place which connects human and the gods. Maybe a last question. There's a long tradition in China of literary scholarship. Of sages and what in India might be called pandits.
Yeah.
And with the Bhagavata Purana, we have this also extensive tradition of scholarship which comes in the form of commentary.
Yes.
Do you see a possible connection there as well, just in the culture of literary scholarship, that Chinese may recognize this, to identify with it in some way through that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of similarity between Chinese traditional academy and Indian traditional academy, especially actually after Buddhism, the Chinese traditional academy, they learn a lot from India. I mean, like to make comment on scriptures, or the way they present their ideas. It's more close to Indian style.
I know there's a rich tradition in Tibetan Buddhism of debate.
Yeah, right.
And of course in India there's also a debate tradition which is elaborated in Nyaya philosophy, which we also find in the Bhagavata.
Yeah. But I think Chinese, they learn Nyaya from Buddhism actually. They called Yinming. Yinming, yeah. It's a translation word for Nyaya. I would like to speak a few words about Bhagavata Purana. I think it's like an ancient encyclopedia. You know, it contains everything and pervades every area. So, but I think the core idea of Bhagavata Purana is on the concept of Dharma and Sanatana Dharma. So Dharma relates to the reality, I mean the day-to-day reality, and Sanatana Dharma, it's related to the supernatural reality. So I think Bhagavata Purana gives clue on how to connect this reality, and like by performing like one's dharma, one can uplift his spirit to the supra reality. So get liberation or get prema. So
prema means?
Prema means divine love to God. So I think it can give inspiration to Chinese people, because Chinese culture emphasizes on harmony. 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 So Chinese culture, they like, you know, they don't like too much supernatural or too much mundane, you know. So they like to harmony, keep balanced. So I think Bhagavata Purana can give Chinese culture a clue on how to, you know, get this balance. Now, Chinese culture lacks the dimension of supernatural spirit. So especially like the Confucius and Taoism, it becomes more and more. I can, in one sense, degrade to the mundane platform. So we need something to uplift the spirit aspect of Chinese culture. So I think in this sense, Bhagavata Purana is very helpful, because it gives living stories, or like personalities. I mean, ancient sadhus, sages, or even common people like household wife, how to perform their day-to-day duty, but at the same time uplift their spirit to attain ultimate goal of life. So in this way, I think it's really could be very beneficial to Chinese culture and Chinese people.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.